I have two devices here that I need to finish before I go home. I have an iPad Air 3 that came in for a charging connector replacement, and I have a Mercedes Benz key fob with a note. And the note says, "Hi Alex, thank you from Alaska. I hope you're able to sort this one out. I love your videos and I'm amazed at your skills. Cheers." Maybe we can start with this key fob first, since we got a nice note from the customer. And we have a fob tester here. We're gonna check and see if we get any response. 0, nothing. Button number 2, 0. Button number 3. Button number 3, 0. So we're not getting any frequency response from the fob. However, infrared is working. When we press on the button, we get IR. Infrared is working on this one. Infrared is working on this button. Lock button, infrared is working. And finally, panic, infrared is working. So frequency response on this fob is dead. However, infrared is working. Let's take a look inside and see what's going on. We have to open up the fob and look at the motherboard. We know the batteries are working, and that's why we were able to test infrared. And I have the motherboard out. Let's take a look. What I'm looking for is possible corrosion, rust, and we do see some down here, but should not be a big deal right here. I mean, it's an old fob, so it corrodes over time. That's not a big deal. I mean, the side of the board looks clean. I do not see anything obvious based on visual inspection. Nothing stands out. I do see some discoloration on the board, but it's an old fob. And right now, if you go to Mercedes-Benz dealership and you want to get a similar fob, you can expect to pay anywhere between $500 to $1,200 for a fob. The coil looks good. All right, so I see a problem here. I see a problem right there. I think the line is disconnected because of corrosion or rust, and possibly this one. So we have to take a look at both of them. Let's continue with the inspection. And that could very well be our problem. And the rest of the fob looks good. Let's focus on this area here. Grinding pen to the rescue. And I think we're good here. Let's see. Yeah, we're good here. What about here? And we are good here. So the problem is not this. Let's test this capacitor using our LCR meter. .5 picofarads. Let me grab a donor board. I want to test that component. And what readings do we get here? We have 795 picofarads. So the reading on this one is reading a lot more than this one, and this one does not look good. Why don't we replace this component and see what happens? Let's get rid of the glare and see what's going on here. And we clean up using our ESD brush. Very nice. And let's see. Look at that, 314.9. The fob is working. 314.9 frequency. 314.9 frequency. If we press on the unlock button, 314.9, trunk, and finally we're gonna press on the panic button. The fob is working. Let me just add solder mask here so those traces do not corrode. And we're gonna grab our UV light. Leave it there for a few seconds. Let's jump over to iPad Air 3. And right now it's 6:55. Usually we close at 6, but I promised myself I'm not gonna go home until I have those done, because everything in the shop is expedited service. The reason I posted expedited service fees is so we do not have to rush. We have a lot of devices that we need to fix, but everybody is choosing expedited service. The reason we know that we have a problem with the charging connector is because when you wiggle the cable, the tablet catches a charge. If you let go of the cable and do not position it in a certain way, the tablet does not charge. This one here does not look factory, but I do not see that any work was done to that connector, which is good. Perfect. We're gonna apply low melt solder. And that's low melt solder right here. And the reason we are applying low melt solder is so that we do not pull any pads off the board. Low melt will mix with unleaded and will lower the melting temperature of solder on the board. So right now we're gonna apply a little bit of heat. and the connector is out. And now we're going to solder a new Flux cable. We have to align the windows on left and right. Alright, and now we can let go. We're gonna add more flux. Right now I'm using the solder from Best, and I mentioned in yesterday's video I love that solder. It flows nicely and it leaves a nice finish. And the job is done. Let's clean up. And look at that finish. Look at that beautiful finish. Now all we have to do is test, and we're going to use our TriStar tester. You can also test using the TriStar board, but since I have the TriStar tester right next to me, and it's a pass. The job is done. That's it. We're gonna end the video right here. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll do something else in the next video.